How's it digging, my shovels? This is Spade here, and today got a standard OU match against someone by the name of Turks, and yeah, finally made a new OU team. And basically I just wanted to try out Golurk in OU because he got some nice new tools in Black and White 2 with the move tutors in form of Stealth Rocks and the Elemental Punches, which makes it a slightly better Pokemon even in the OU tier. And Golurk is a cool kid, so I was like, hey, I wanna try it out, and then I just threw some other random guys to go with it, and it turned out to be a pretty decent team. It's a good mix of offense and defense, and it has some wall turning going on there. But quickly going through the team, since this is the first time I'm using this. Got a Choice Scarf Rotom, a Choice Scarf Terrakion, SD Luke, Offensive Pivot Landorus with the Gravity, and then I got a specially defensive Celebi, and then the good old Golurk, which is more physically defensive and also has some attack EVs to it, but it's basically my team's Stealth Rocker, and I kind of just wanted to have it for Terrakions, but a funny fact, didn't end up facing a single Terrakion when I was using this team. But anyways, let's just jump right into this match, and I decided that I would lead with Rotom because it pairs up well with anything on his team, and those things that he has to take a Volt Switch don't really enjoy taking a Hydro Pump and vice versa. So I was like, hey, let's go with Rotom, and it's overall a really good lead. But he actually leads with the Infernape, and it turns out he's Scarfed as he U-turns out, but he decides to be that guy, switches his Donphan into a Hydro Pump, and this is huge because the Donphan was the main thing stopping my Lucario and Terrakion, and now having it down to his 30, that's huge, because yeah, no more block for those two. But anyways, go for the Hydro Pump again, and he figures that I'm most likely Scarfed, so he's gonna go into his Milotic, and then I'm just gonna go into my Celebi, because yeah, it's a specially defensive Celebi, so I can take anything from him, and if he gets the Scald Burn, I can just natural cure that off, but he doesn't, so that's even better. But I didn't really think he would stay in here, so I decided I would just go for the U-turn, but he actually does decide to stay in, and I'm like, okay, well, he's most likely just gonna go for the Ice Beam trying to hit my Celebi, so I'm just gonna go straight back into Rotom and then possibly go for the Volt Switch or the Hydro Pump. But I get frozen, so would have been a nice situation to make either a good or a bad prediction, but since I got frozen, I didn't want him to take advantage of that, so I decided to go straight back into Celebi, figuring if he stays in, I can take him on, and if he wants to go back into his Donphan to try and take advantage of the fact that I'm frozen and then set up his rocks, which is gonna be one of the few chances that he has, then in both of these scenarios I should be fine going into Celebi, and yeah, he goes into his Donphan, so I get to take him out with the Giga Drain. I didn't think U-turn would be enough because I'm running minus attack nature, so I was like, hey, let's just Giga Drain. But this does, however, put me in kind of a difficult situation because he gets the free switch into his Weavile to trap me. But I figured the pursuit would be kind of delicious in this situation, so I did decide to stay in, and that works out nicely because I only end up taking half the damage, and then I just U-turn out into my Terrakion, and because of his Donphan is now gone, I am free to fire off a Stone Edge, but that unfortunately misses. But then I end up missing 2 in a row, and I'm like, well, that is Stone Miss for ya, that's what it does the best. And yeah, because of that, I just lose my Terrakion. And yeah, go Stone Miss! So yeah, that's a bit of a unfortunate series of events, but is that really anything new? Not really. But that means I do need to go into Lucario, and I just decided to play it safe because yeah, I just missed those 2 Stone Edges and didn't feel like over-predicting. But he's gonna go into his Milotic, and I just decided to go into Rotom, and I was like, please just thaw out. I had a bit of bad luck, but let's hopefully turn the tables around here. And luckily Rotom does thaw out, so I get to go for the Volt Switch and get a nice chunk of damage to him. And then I'm just gonna go into my Celebi again just to completely wall him, but he actually goes for the Dragon Tail, faces me out into Golurk, and here I decided I would stay in, because I know I can take 1 Scald, even though I'm not gonna enjoy it, but having Stealth Rocks up would be huge again. Because he's got that Weavile, which is going to die upon entry if I have Stealth Rocks, and then he also has a Gyarados. So I do want to have those Stealth Rocks up, and yeah, I do set them up, but unfortunately I get burned by the skull, but Golurk just had to take one for the team. It was still frogs for the greater good. But Golurk is unfortunately kind of just gonna be useless for the rest of the match, being burned and all. But anyways, moving on, I'm gonna switch out to Celebi just to take on this Milotic again, and this time I decided just to go for the Giga Drain, because I figured since he stayed in last time, he may want to stay in again, and you know, that way I will, you know, still get a bit of health back while doing some damage, because I'm like almost down to half HP with my Celebi. But he actually switches out, goes into his Infernape this time, and I don't really want to stay in taking a potential U-turn or a Flare Blitz, so what I'm going to do is go into my Landorus to get the Intimidate and then just go from there. But he actually goes for the Close Combat. I guess maybe predicting me to go in the Rotom to take the Flare Blitz, I don't know. But whatever the case, it works out nicely, because now I can definitely go for the U-turn, because he has no business in staying in, and I can get the momentum going on again. And yeah, just go for the U-turn as in comes the Gyarados, and get a bit of a revenge crit, you know, for all the shenanigans. Well, I don't know if you can call it balancing out. Never try to balance out hacks or justify anything in Pokemon battles. That much I have learned. So anyways, crit happens, and I just get to go into my Rotom, which is thought out again, which is nice. So I get to use it, and I go for the Hidden Power Ice, because yeah, again, this Jolteon was most likely going to come in, and if he wants to stay in, I get at least a bit of damage to him, at least to a point where I can revenge kill it with something else like my Lucario. But anyways, I'm gonna go into my Golurk as a potential death fodder. If he wants to go for the Volt Switch, then I'm gonna block it. But if he goes for the Hidden Power, locks himself into that, that will give me a free switch into Lucario, and then I can just set up my Swords Dance and then just go from there, basically. Because now that his Donphan is gone, there's really nothing stopping me. Because with +2 Adamant Nature and Life Orb, Lucario is able to one-shot a Skarmory after Stealth Rock, so there is no way this Milotic is going to be taking a hit. And basically now the rest of his team is extreme speedable, so I'm just gonna speed the rest of his match, because he has nothing really to take extreme speed at this point. So Gyarados goes down, Weavile dies off to Stealth Rocks, and then Jolteon is gonna get extreme speeded, and the same goes for his Infernape as it comes in right now. So that will be the game. So yeah, that will be the match for today. Thank you for watching, and I got really nothing special to ramble about today, but more battles to come with this team, and most likely tomorrow I will have some Pokemon 3D going up, so stay tuned for that if you are interested. But yeah, more battles to come in stuff in things, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace.